God save the queen, queen save the land save me. Oh God, I hope you will get me 1 lakh subscribers to my channel, Everything Business by Sirisha Varma. Please, God, please, please, please. Hey, hi, this is Sirisha Varma, and you must be wondering why am I praying to God and specifically asking for such a small goal as 1 lakh subscribers? See, most of the small business owners like you and me, we are very hardworking people and we tend to believe mostly in ourselves rather than anybody else, even the highest power over there, which is God. But it seems, specifically in the last few days, that rather than God, that is the almighty power, there seems to be many more powers in the universe which could actually affect your life and make you the highest salary getter in this specific world. Wow. So, what am I talking about? Have I gone nuts because my subscribers are not increasing? No, I'm going to talk about the NSE scam today. And as you know, NSE scam is all about three characters: Chitra Ramakrishna, who is the MD of NSE, Chief Strategy Consultant, the MD, who is Anand Subramanian, and of course, the power, the Siddha Purush. Who are all these characters and why is this making the news here in India? Chitra Ramakrishna, as you know, is the MD of NSE. She is the second highest paid executive here in India. She is the MD of NSE, which is the world's biggest stock exchange. There are a lot more companies which have listed themselves in the stock market here in India rather than in the world. Now, this news is specifically about Chitra Ramakrishnan and her decision making process. Chitra Ramakrishnan has appointed a chief strategy consultant under herself who will directly work with her and provide different suggestions regarding her work. Who is Anand Subramanian? If you specifically look at Anand Subramanian was appointed 3 years ago at a salary of 1.68 crores. Though he is paid this hefty amount of 1.6 crores, when there was an audit which was conducted by NSE, there was no HR file for this person, which is again very, very interesting. Generally, any company which hires employees and pays them a salary has a record of themselves on their HR records. But it seems Anand Subramanian is a non entity as far as the HR file goes. And when NSE asked Chitra Ramakrishnan why there is no specific entry regarding Anand Subramanian, Chitra Ramakrishnan says that there is no specific record regarding Anand because he is not an employee of NSE. He is just a consultant to MD and he directly works with her. Okay, probably that is the reason. And that seems logical enough, right? But when we talk about Anand Subramanian, when we look at his past work record, Anand Subramanian previously used to work in a government job at a salary of 15 lakhs per annum. From a job of 15 lakhs per annum, his starting salary when he joined NSE was 1.68 crores. Wow, what a jump, right? I never got such jump in my 10-year career being in IT. Now, if you specifically look at Anand's track record in NSE, he has been with NSE for 3 years, and every year without miss, he has been getting promoted. So his salary currently is at 4.21 crores from 1.68 crores. And the best part is when he joined NSE at a starting salary of 1.68 crores, he only had to work 3 days a week. Yes, exactly 3 days a week for 1.68 crore. Now is the time for you to go to your boss and complain to him about your work week, which extends anywhere from 6 to 7 days a week of a paltry sum of salary that he is paying you, right? Whereas Anand is getting paid 1.68 crores only for working 3 days a week. Now, because his salary has increased to 4.21 crores and because most of his colleagues have been complaining about him, his work weeks have now increased from 3 days to 5 days. There is a caveat though, because he is the favorite of the MD, right? So, of the 5 days work that he has to do, 3 days he has to compulsorily log in into the office system and work from the office, and the remaining 2 days he can work from anywhere because his home is in Chennai. He can fly to Chennai and work from there. But there is a caveat here. If he has to travel, how can he travel? Because he is such a favorite, he has to be taken care of completely, right? That is why if he is traveling specifically in domestic, he will be traveling in business class. And if he is traveling internationally, he will be traveling in first class. Yes, that is also covered in his employment terms. Wow. I wish I were the favorite of somebody like Chitra Ramakrishnan, but no such luck to me. So if you specifically look at what is the scam about, it's not such a big deal, right? Of course, all our bosses have their favorites, and what that means is they would definitely add some privileges to their favorites. That is what the term favorites actually mean, right? So probably Anand is a favorite of Chitra Ramakrishnan. What is the big deal? The big deal is Chitra Ramakrishnan hired Anand Subramanian because of somebody's suggestion. And who is this mystery man? Of course, we don't know whether it is a mystery man or a mystery woman, but this person is called as the Siddha Purush, the third character in our story so far. Siddha Purush may be a human being, may not be a human being. There is still confusion regarding this because Chitra Madam says she met him 20 years ago at a beach in Himalaya in person. But since then, she has not met him in person. Sometimes he does appear to her in the spirit form. I don't know how the spirit form looks like. Interesting. Okay, so coming back to our story. So that is what she has to say. Now, how does the communication between Chitra ma'am and the Siddha Purush or the power actually happens? You know, Siddha Purush could have communicated using any means, but no, he's a tech savvy person because he uses technology. He uses this amazing technology, which is the email, and he has a specific email ID as well. If you look at his email, it is called as Rigyajur sama at outlook.com. Rigyajursama at outlook.com. Now, if you specifically look at this email ID, these are the first names of the three Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, and Sama Veda. Wow, that is super duper interesting, right? Such an interesting concept of using the first terms of Veda to create a sense of mystery. Ooh, I like that. So, there is this person communicating with Chitra Ramakrishnan specifically regarding Anand Subramanian, what sort of salary hikes he needs to get, what sort of perks he has to go along with his salary, like his travel plan. It has to be business or it has to be first class. He has to get promoted every single year. And Mr. Siddha Purush also communicates that every single year Anand's salary has to be increased, and whenever there is an increase in the salary, the remaining part of the salary has to be credited to him. What? Where is the Siddha Purush's bank account that this credit is going to happen? Or is it in cash? But we have had demonetization, right? So, how can it be in cash? I don't know, but that is what he communicates directly to Chitra. And Chitra ma'am, without even a thought of, oops, why does this higher power need money? does what he says. And that is where this whole paradigm of bhakti comes into picture, right? You trust somebody, you trust them completely. You don't doubt them. That is where women like Chitra Madam actually become the holy grail for people like me. Because we don't trust anybody 100%, but we need to learn this. Okay, so coming back to our story. Now, Chitra Madam, okay, has been taking some suggestions from somebody because she worships him. That doesn't make for a great story, right? Of course, whom she worships, what she does in her own personal space is nothing of concern to you and me. But Chitra ma'am is doing something else. Chitra ma'am is also sending confidential information regarding NSE to Siddha Purush through these emails, which is really bad, ma'am. We don't expect this from you. You have to be professional. You can be whatever in your personal life. We really don't care. But sending confidential information regarding the company that is paying you, not done. This is really bad. And this is not just any company, this is the world's biggest stock exchange. And people like me who are of middle class save each penny to invest into stocks and mutual funds which are directly related to NSE, and you are sharing all this confidential information to some person whom you don't even know whether is in spirit or is in human form, who might be using this information to create a dent in the market, thus affecting people like me. Not really cool, ma'am. This is not good. See, of course, there are these barriers between men and women, and definitely there is a ceiling, glass ceiling that women have to break to get into the higher echelons of society. And I'm really proud that Chitra ma'am has gone there. She has become the second biggest paid executive, and being a woman, that is an honor. And I'm really proud to have known her. But this kind of behavior, wherein you just send confidential information without even thinking about the repercussions, is really not cool. Now, apart from this, the Siddha Purush also makes sure that he's pampering Chitra ma'am. How? By flattery. Of course, because we women are dumb idiots and we fall for flattery every single time, right? That is what seems to happen. The Siddha Purush also sends her emails regarding her dress on a particular day, her hairstyle on a particular day, how she probably has to change her hairstyle to include plaits or non plaits, color it, not color it, drape a sari a particular way. So she seems more attractive. Wow, that is something. So Chitra ma'am actually likes communicating with the Siddha Purush. Now, specifically, the Siddha Purush calls her Som and he calls Anand Kanchan. And he keeps saying that if the Siddha Purush spirit form has to transcend into a human form, then Kanchan is the perfect vehicle. So, Chitra, take care of Kanchan, okay? Make sure he is pampered so his body stays in shape so that Siddha Purush can transcend anytime he wants to. Really? You couldn't find anybody better than Anand Subramanian? Seriously? Okay. Expectations are low, probably. Okay, so coming back, it seems that NSE has assigned E&Y, that is Ernest and Young, which is a consulting company, to check, to do some forensic accounting, to check who is the Siddha Purush who is sending all these emails to Chitra ma'am. And it seems E&Y is super confident that there is no separate person called as Siddha Purush, but whoever is sending the emails is Anand Subramanian himself, thus promoting himself. Wow, what an original thought. Now, if you specifically look at this case study, in 2015 there was another scam in NSE called as Colocation Scam, and the whistle was blown by Singapore. traders. The reason being, the colocation scam, if you specifically look at it, means there were certain traders who had inside information whose computers were directly linked with NSE computers and systems. So they had information on their fingertips just minutes before the exchange opened. So, what does this mean? This means that every day at 9 o'clock, the exchange starts opening up for that specific day's trade. And only NSE people know about which stock will open at what specific rate on that specific day. But if this information is available to traders beforehand, before the exchange actually happens, they could actually place trades using algorithmic trading, wherein the computer places the bets by itself. And when you place bets by itself, when you place bets with this kind of information, you can make lots of profits. But this information is not available to everybody. But it seems a select few traders' computers are directly getting linked to NSE's computers and systems, so they have access to this information just for a few minutes before the exchange actually opens and the information is public to everybody else. This concept is also called as insider trading, specifically if you're working in the company and you know what the key decisions of the company and then you buy that stock. Similarly, this has been happening for some traders who are able to use this information to make huge profits. And this was a scam that happened in 2015, right after the BJP government came into power. Now, whether this sort of information was also leaked by Chitra ma'am on the advice of Siddhapurush, we don't know. But this just shows that there have been some kind of scandals happening in NSE post Chitra ma'am taking the position over, and there have been no kind of any decisions which were made by the government to make sure that these are regularized. So post this NSE scam, the systems have been changed is what has been told to us, but we really don't know. Now, what do you think of this situation? Of course, most of you must have gurus that you follow and you worship, and there is nothing wrong with that. But this kind of extent wherein one of country's biggest paid executives who has a lot of power in her hands just falling to the whims of some person whom she has barely met and is using flattery to get information out of her. Is this the right kind of approach? Is this what we want to represent, specifically in this day and age when other countries are looking at India as a startup hub, and we are also talking about India becoming the next superpower in most of the videos here in this channel, Everything Business by Sirisha Varma. Do you think this case study brings out the best light of India and how Indian systems work? I don't think so. Please leave your comments in the comment section and I would love to know what you think of this. This is Sirisha Varma, founder chief strategist at Branding by Pixels, a business strategy design and digital marketing company coming live to you from India. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, please do take care and don't forget to check out my first episode in the playlist of work from home or side hustle businesses that is already live in my channel last week. This week I'll be coming up with another episode using which you could create some extra cash. And to know when that episode will be live, do subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. I'll see you again in my next video. Please do take care.